Well, there we go, the mic works now. Good evening, everyone. We are T-minus 15 minutes away from the third flight of our Starship vehicle, which you can see on the screen. As always, there's been, well, actually, not an always thing. Today, or recently, not today, recently there's an update to Starship expansion project, which, if you couldn't tell by the new camera angles, means there's a whole new booster. If I could, this is booster BL1. Well, specifically for us, it's booster, I forgot. I think it's, okay. I do not remember. I know this is I think this is S27. And booster 6. So, if you remember, booster 5, from what I remember, was go for catch up until the last minute, where it was good for all of the ascent and return until shortly before landing. So hopefully we have fixed this issue. You might hear keyboard sounds in the background as well. I'm helping someone else with this exact script. Also, new script version v3.4.8, created by Nubro and a little bit edited by me, because the booster still doesn't want to fully return. So there's a chance, we just don't know if we'll be taking it. You might have also noticed we have added the new Frost mod. Well, it's not really new, it's just a reskinned version of the old one, which allows us to now have frost on the ship and booster, which, note, actually works. Dropsticks were opened about a minute ago. We don't talk about the clipping of the ship quick disconnect, and the fact that the booster QD doesn't even connect. We also have new camera angles. This one, I think, gets destroyed on launch. And then I'll guide you through the new booster cameras. This is Chine Cam 2. It's rotated wrong. I didn't get that update. Chine Cam 1, also rotated wrong. The better booster cam, this is the camera. This is the engine bay camera. And there's the new hot stage ring view with all 4 grid fins visible. And in fact, if I go out here and say, right click this, pin it, and go back to the hot stage ring camera, it's this one in the corner, and then say deploy it, the hinge actually moves, which looks really cool. Now I have to get rid of that. So, with 10 minutes until launch, I'm the only one here today, actually. Am I loud enough? I should be. I'm the only one here today. Maddie's out on holiday. I forgot when he'll get back. So, you might have remembered the block 2 that we made. Which is gone, if you couldn't tell. We're back to block 1. It wasn't ready for flights, and it doesn't even work with this, so Starship Block 2 will be waiting until the mod update for it, which is in the works. Yes, Kari, the mod maker of Starship Expansion Project, she's currently working on the Block 2 mod. I think I can get the only sneak peek we've gotten from Kari on it. If I was good at finding things, of course. I'll get the only known image of Block 2 visible. So just give me a second. I'll put it on screen. So, now in the center of your screen is the only Block 2, it's the only Block 2 leak we've gotten so far. It could be by late May. But, we'll see. I'll get this off your screen now. Back to the actual launch today. Alright. So we're 5 minutes. All the fuel has been done because, well, it's literally never, it's basically, the fueling program is really really fast. There's no need. So, well, there's no point in fueling it here. days it's been since the last launch, if I am not mistaken. If I go to the studio 2 weeks we launched it was 18 days and 12 hours since our last since our last what's it called? Since our last Starship launch, and really launch in general. So we're getting into the final minutes of the count, where I have to. We are 4 minutes away from launch. At T-minus 20 seconds, the launch button, which is the launch commit, due to it being really off-center, off the side of the screen. Basically, once launch is pressed, we will launch. We'll actually have to do this. We're gonna hide the cancel button. Okay. I'm going to be opening the pushers, which are now moving. We might not get a booster catch today due to the issues that there have been with that. There's 3 minutes to launch. Actually, make that 2. Everything is go for launch on this day, on this nice Sunday at evening. Well, not in game. I could actually probably make it more of an evening. I'll make it more of an evening. 1 sec. Oh no. Okay. So we're going to call a hold here due to hold on the counts. We will be back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes for the new T0. We will be releasing hold at T-minus 40 seconds. So we will see you 40 seconds before launch. Alright, we are back. The rocket is very hidden. We'll be releasing cold in a few moments. Releasing hold on my mark. 3, 2, 1. Mark. 2 minutes 40 seconds. Two minutes 50. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, deluge on, 2, ignition, 1, 0, all 33, throttle up, plus, and liftoff of Starship Flight 3. Go spin, go Starship, go space out, go super heavy, go Starship. diver, along with booster engine cutoff, or boost back shutdown, correction, hot stage ring jettison. You can see the hot stage ring flying away on one of the cameras. There's the hot stage ring. Ship power and telemetry nominal. On Starship Flight 4, we have an ID. We have something. We're gonna try a new and different setup of the ship. This will only be for this flight because of these forces that will be enacted on the booster and ship during hot staging. So, today's goals with the ship is reach nominal orbit, and now the booster was going to be a catch, but now it's a successful splashdown in the Gulf. The ship will be undergoing a less than an orbit, there goes the RVX, the intentional shutdown, and we should see the sea levels following shortly after. Ship engine cutoff, nominal orbit insertion. Now our focus turns fully to the booster, which is going for an offshore divert into the Gulf into the waters in front of the KSC. Reorientating for entry has started, it does look aggressive, and it very much is. You can see the mountains of Kerbin in the background. Oh no, frame rate. No. Bad Firefly. Quickly, reload the vessel. Quickly now. What we need to do is open the particle editor. Why'd you close? Come on. So if you're wondering what the heck just happened, this is Firefly bug. It's annoying and not fixable in this current issue, sadly. So we're gonna have to lose good view entry effects for this, but we do have something else which you can see is the mock effects. Should get booster landing burns shortly. Booster landing burn startup. Booster has impacted the ground at too high of a velocity to survive and has been destroyed. We have once again lost the booster for today's mission, but don't go anywhere. There's more. Now I just gotta today's mission was to have the booster somewhat work. I'm a little worried because there is debris. I don't think we lost any engines, so there's flap. Oh, that's not a good sound. What are we missing? Okay, so it does appear that there has been an issue in orbit. I don't understand Kerbal sometimes. Yeah. So the CPU is dead. KOS toggle power to turn back on. Okay, so there has been an issue, which means we will have to, sadly, we will have to manually control it and send it hard splashdown. So, it's time for this to deorbit with the only engine we have. We are gonna have to hard splashdown, as I said. That's deorbit run startup and deorbit shutdown. We'll be now preparing for re-entry. Okay, so 40, 30, deploy, 40, 30, and deploy. There's 2 flaps, 40, 30, deploy, 3 flaps online, 40, 30, and it's already been deployed. We'll now begin the propellant vent. This is just to vent off all the most of the excess propellants from the ship. If we look in here, you can see there's only 1 Raptor sea level and 3 vacuums, which is where this went wrong. So, if we open the F3 menu, nothing shows up. Great. But, from what I can guess, there were structural failures for these 2 Raptors, which caused the loss of the 2 engines. Everything was good until here. So I don't get it. We will not be attempting a soft splashdown, if you heard from earlier, due to the fact that well, there's literally we have 1 sea level. Do you think we're gonna land on a singular sea level engine? Now you can see the ship. Well, no, you can't. You can't see the ship yet. lowering the angle of attack on this. This might not be the best setup of angles. This is the best we currently have. Alright, let's get rid of a few things. We are currently warping to the what's it called? To when entry effects start, which should be coming up, hopefully. So, okay, yeah, it is. It's working because it's right there. So now, we are doing atmospheric entry. Which is a mostly stable environment. Well, there is actually slight tilts in the flap every few seconds. This is a view from the camera in the engines, which shows the heating being very intense on one side, which does get a little worrying, but hopefully this will be fine. If we look at it from our magical GoPro camera, it does appear there is a little bit of extra power pushing into that side. But other than that, it seems fine. And if we look behind us, there's the entry trail. For anyone who just got here, we are currently watching the live re-entry of Ship 27 into the atmosphere, which is starting to get a little wobbly on the flap end as the entry effects get brighter. Wait, no, I think it was 50-40 for all the flaps, which we have to do, like, now. 50, 40, 50, 40, and 50, 40. Okay, now that that has been dealt with, we can start lowering the angle of attack on Starship slowly. We're going to now lower to 45. We're also gonna hide the Colonel Engineer. we're gonna sit at this angle for a little bit, leading speed. If we turn on trajectories, we actually might want to start pulling it sideways. Then we put the roll to whatever offset we are. I think it's actually too late for that. So now we're gonna have to deal with landing on land. Lowered angle of attack to 30. Now, lowering angle of attack with the green vector. Well, now it wants a sudden pitch up, so I'm going to actually do that pitch up, which will raise our angle of attack to 40. Successfully lead off airspeed. These vectors, I'm going to guess, are part of the Nubro KOS script, although I can't be sure all the time. I'm going to sit 15 degrees. Lowering AOA to 10 degrees. AOA 0. We've entered the oh no realm of these flights, where things start going badly. Why is it gliding? Why? Why do you have to glide? We're going to attempt a safe pull-up. Though, however, it does appear that the issues are, in fact, stemming from the roll now, with the lack of control on the roll axis. We have officially begun a spin. And I don't think there's any way out of this spin other than the landing burn. Which is attempting to flip. One engine is clearly not enough for landing, and we have, in fact, slammed down into the ground. I have slammed into the ground. That's the frost, if you were wondering. The frost is really floaty. on anymore, it's gonna die. Or not. So, what did we learn? That not always your thing will work. Your rockets will work. All the cameras are gone. Great. And with that, the sad and the somewhat disappointing end of Starship Flight 3 is upon us. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Goodbye.